It's categories. You know what I'm saying? Like categorically, think about it like this. Categorically, the common thread between all of us was branding.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? And that shows like how the common bond was music. It wasn't necessarily anything outside of that. It's artistic shit per se. So will we all have ever met in a path of life in some form of fashion? Maybe, but it takes somebody who has at least a common thread that can be the nucleus in that scenario. Because I wouldn't have met Smith if it wasn't for Brandon, because I met him through Lynette. We was working together. All three of us was working together, and we riding to work because we had the carpool and shit. And she would play some of his beats in the car. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't like, oh, check out my husband beat. She just pop the shit in and be playing it. And I just like, who is this? Where this come from? And she told me her husband make it. I'm like, oh, fuck, what? I need to meet him. I make beats too. And B was like, this is the guy I was telling you about. And she was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So that again, it's just all about that vast array of friendships that people kind of have and what their common thread is. Because like I said, the one on this end who's a shooter and the one on that end who's working in corporate, the common thread being me, there's got to be something that we all got in common. Otherwise, why the fuck would I even, you know what I'm saying? It might just be basketball. It might just be, you know what I'm saying? It could be a amalgam of different things.
Yeah, it could be the love for drinks, you know. So maybe a guy that knows whiskey, you know what I mean? And your guys may like whiskey, so you bring me around because don't just try that whiskey, try these other different flavors of whiskey that you may enjoy as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then that links us together, but at the same time, we still all may not have the same characteristics and vibe because our lifestyles are just different.
Yeah, and also like sometimes the tangibles aren't necessarily there. So the level of friendship, like you can scale it however you decide to look at it. You can scale it and say, well, this friendship is on a 1 to 10, this is a 1. So this person is like, this is the person I hit up if I just want to know what time the game come on, and we'll probably catch the game together or whatever. We don't really talk that much. The 10 would be the one that you probably don't talk much to either, but every time you talk to them, you pick up right where you left off. And if ever you need this motherfucker, or if ever they need you, you know, there's no doubt that, you know what I'm saying, it goes down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some relationships require a whole lot of work. Some friendships require a whole lot of maintenance. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how you feel about that individual, you don't mind doing that work. You know what I'm saying? Where they scale in that on that scope. Whereas others be like, they high maintenance, and you're like, you know what? I'm giving this motherfucker all the space they need because this motherfucker's a job.
Yeah, and I think our relationship kind of grew because of not just the music, but the level of responsibility and accountability that we have for the things that we're doing. I think we, the three of us, we care about what we do when it comes to music. And that's to say that Brandon didn't care. It's just that the presentation of what we wanted to do, we wanted it to be solid and concrete before we just did anything with it. Like there was no, I just got this idea and I'm gonna leave it out there for you guys to pick it up and figure it out for me. It was, hey, I got an idea for this and I need a beat that sounds like this, or just send me a beat and I'll see what I can do to something like this. And then after that, it's like, all right, this is, hey, since y'all like that or y'all don't like that, this is the direction I'm going in, which I think, and we can have a logical conversation about it and a think tank piece about it to iron it out. Exactly. So that was one of the things for me. It was like, okay, these dudes are responsible, that they're not just coming up with a bunch of ideas and just throwing anything against the wall and see if it stick. Like they take time and they care about what it is that they're doing. And it's their name. You don't want to just ruin your name and your reputation based on someone just saying, I'm gonna make a song called Chinese Noodles, and it comes out sounding like origami or pizza or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but
Right.
You know, it's a care and accountability and responsibility that went into it. Like you guys took it into a professional manner where, okay, I'm making beats, but I'm expecting you to deliver a product when I give you this beat.
What is the outcome we're looking for? And that's the whole thing about it. It's like, is the concept a salient concept? Is it something cohesive? Is it something that you can actually articulate to me? Don't just say I'm doing something random and it comes out Tuesday and today's Friday. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm waiting around to at least help you review it for public consumption, because again, our name is our name. Mm-hmm. And then it drops without anybody having any input on it. You know what I'm saying? At least some I don't know all the work that goes into what it takes for you to write your songs, right? But if I hear something that I got a question about, I'm gonna ask you. You see what I'm saying? Like I heard what you was doing with the hook. What made you do the hook like that? I just want to get, I want to get a beat on it, so because I could get a better understanding. I'm not going to just outright say I don't like that. That's nasty. That's ugly. Yeah. No, help me understand it.
Right. Because what direction are you going in with that?
Yeah. Because maybe I just don't see the vision, and I think that is what a lot of what kind of happens when people miss the mark on communicating in that friendship. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, bro, we better than this. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's almost like ducking accountability.
Yeah.